Oh, baby. Look how freaking sick that fresh filter on the HKS filter looks. Oh, that goes so hard. All right, so all of the pipes are tight. I had to re-engineer the coolant pipe. This being all tight with everything down here brought it up a little bit too high. So I just went through and made a new piece and went underneath, and it's actually not bad. This is definitely going to be temporary. I'm going to have to figure out a different solution for the coolant hose, for the upper rad hose, but for right now it'll work. And I like the way this looks way better than having the coolant hose go over the intercooler pipe. So yeah, it's actually starting to look like something. Freaking sick, dude. I still have to make a bracket for the filter because this is a little wobbly, just to keep it from bouncing around in here because the MAF sensor is so heavy. But yeah, that is pretty freaking sweet, dude. Heck yeah. So now that all the air system is done, I have a couple more coolant hoses that I got to hook up and tighten down. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll jump into the fuel system. All right, so last night I went and I got all the intercooler piping done and all that stuff, as you guys just saw. So now I want to get the injectors in, drain the fuel tank, get E85 put in, put the pressure regulator in and all the lines, tidy up all of these lines, all the harness down there, run the rest of the harness for the injectors and all that. And once all that is done, we have to retime the distributor and then set fuel pressure, time the distributor, and get it running. So not very many things left to check off to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bust out getting everything in the engine bay and bolt it down, and then I'll update you guys in a little bit. So here, let's use a little YouTube magic and let's get this thing done. All right, and everything is done. Okay. Jeez. All right. Fuel lines, fuel regulator, injectors, swirl pot, cam angle sensor, distributor, all in, all done. Everything is tight. Oil is in it. Fuel is in it. We are ready. There is no better time than right now. So just gonna see what happens. I had to wire in the MAF sensor, so that was pretty easy. Just did that real quick. We have rough timing. We gotta adjust that. I didn't do the AN line just yet. I'm not really worried about that right now. I'll do it after I know that it runs. I have the injectors unplugged because I want to crank it for a while and get the oil all the way through to the oil cooler and back to the engine. And then we'll probably have to top it off and add a little bit. So I want to do that first, and then we'll plug the injectors in and see if she fires. So pretty stoked on how all this came out. It's a little much, but for everything that's in this engine bay, I think it looks pretty clean. Freaking love that right there. The blue wires, those are gonna have to go though. So let's get some oil pressure in this thing and let's fire it up. All right, we cranked it. It built oil pressure. Now plug in the injectors. And this is it. Here goes nothing. 38. Hell yeah. That bitch started right up. Let's go. Okay. We have to set ignition timing now. So let's do that. All right, after a whole lot of bullshit, finally figured out what the fuck was going on. So if you could tell in the little bit, it was like barely running on like 3 cylinders, and it was just like wah, 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 wah. And I thought it was the timing, and I thought it was the fuel pump, I thought it was fuel pressure, injectors, coil, like spark plug wires. Like I checked freaking everything, and all it was is I messed up and I wired in the MAF sensor wrong. So I switched the wires around for that, and it freaking run perfect. So we set timing, we let it get hot, we filled it with water, we let it get hot, burped the cooling system, and it's freaking running great. So that freaking turbo flutter sounds so sick. I cannot wait to go drive this thing now. I have been through a mix of emotions over the last few days trying to figure out what the hell is going wrong with this thing, but a couple wires mixed up will throw you for a loop for everything. So always check your wires, always make sure that your wire source is valuable and that it's not just something off the internet, because I just got something off the internet and it ended up being wrong. So, but there's no leaks, everything looks good as of right now, so we just gotta go through and button up a few things on the rest of the car, and then we can go and take it for maiden voyage. So stay tuned for that. for next video. We'll finish up the little things that we have to do, and then we'll go and drive this thing. Super, super excited with how this finally turned out. Oh, it was stressful, but we figured it out. You just gotta make sure you keep motivated. Don't let it beat you up. It's cars. They will throw hoops and loops at you. You just gotta stay focused and just determined to get it done. You know, it can only be a certain amount of things. So as long as you go through and you check off everything, then, you know, that's all you can do. Ask questions. People are very helpful, you know, just that, and don't be ashamed that you don't know everything, you know. So it's always a learning process with cars. But I'm gonna stop talking because I'm gonna keep on going. I can't believe it's finally fucking running. Feels so good. But that's gonna do it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.